Let's talk about it with Matt Schlapp. He worked in the George W. Bush White House. Obviously, there was a big push on immigration there. Thank you for being with me.
Great to be with you, Poppy.
Let's talk about what Donald Trump has said. Frankly, from when he took that podium in June and made that long announcement speech that he was running and talked about illegal immigration in this country, followed by a number of cases like the one that Sarah just reported on. Does that help? Does it get more done?
Well, absolutely. I mean, I think he said at the debate that if it wasn't for his announcement and his focus at the border, that we wouldn't be talking about the downside of immigration. And the downside of immigration is an illegal immigration mess that we're in with a completely broken immigration system. And, of course, when you're not controlling your borders and you're not controlling who comes into the country and who overstays their visas, you can have all kinds of bad elements, including very, very horrible criminals, which you've been reporting on, as you said, for the last 2 weeks. It's a tragedy, and I think there's a wake-up call going across from America, Republican, Democrat, Independent, that we've got to get on top of this immigration system, because for those of us who are pro-immigration, we'll never get there in legislation when there's all these criminals running around.
So these are criminals and alleged criminals who are already in the country, right? So they're part of the 11 million undocumented immigrants in this country that so many of the candidates have been asked, how do you deal with the ones who are already here? And most have not put forward a point-by-point plan. A number of them. Dana Bash asked Governor Christie. He said, that's my next big topic. She asked Donald Trump. He hasn't come out point by point on this yet. Are you frustrated, disappointed at all that we haven't heard more specifics?
I think we do have to get there on immigration and a whole range of topics. We spent more time on immigration on that debate than any other topic. So I'd like to see us get to a whole bunch of topics. But on immigration, you say 11 million people who are in this country illegally. I'll be honest with you, for all of us who try to figure out what that number is, I don't think any of us have a good, firm handle on it. I don't think the government has a good...
That's from the latest Pew study, but yeah, there's a lot of debate over how many it is.
No, I'm not quibbling with you. I'm just saying generally, I don't think the government knows how many people are here illegally. I don't think they know how many of them are committing crimes. I think we have always assumed that immigration would somewhat take care of itself and our economic needs would pull more help from the southern border and around the world, and now we're finding this is a terrible way to run your immigration system.
Let me ask you one more thing. What you hear a lot of in terms of the debate within the GOP about immigration is even those who are for reform often get pointed to by their competitors and say, you're for amnesty, you're for amnesty. Does that harm progress?
Yeah, I think amnesty is a really problematic policy because it's basically saying to people who came here illegally or overstayed their visa, hey, it's okay, we're going to wave a magic wand and you can stay. And I think it's a terrible policy because there's a lot of people from overseas who want to come to America, maybe to become citizens, maybe just to work for a period of time. And they actually have to wait in line while the illegals come here and hopscotch in line. And so
but that's not what I'm asking. What I'm asking, sir, is do you think that those who are for some sort of path to citizenship or reform in one way or another that are criticized for saying you want amnesty, you want amnesty, you want amnesty, does that sort of debate over that part of it lead to less progress as a whole?
Well, I guess all I was saying is amnesty in and of itself is a problem. So those who want a pathway, it can't be just a free pass. They have to go back to their country. They have to go through a lot of steps. We're going to have to do all that if we're ever going to get to a point where we can pass some kind of immigration reform. So amnesty in and of itself, I don't think any Republican is going to be for that.
Matt Schlapp, thank you.
Thank you.